I realized the other day watching my videos that I've kind of gone into more of the psychological aspects of lifting and what it can do to your mental health, both positive and negative. But I realized in doing so, I've been talking about the actual lifting less and less, and we got to have some kind of balance here. So I thought I'd talk about failure. Now, keep in mind, a lot of my information, my content is geared towards people starting out lifting. Doesn't matter how old you are. Just people just starting out lifting. Because I feel like a lot of times some of the basics get skipped over, and people get really into like this complicated sciencey stuff, right? And there's some of that stuff's valid, but it's whatever. Like I'm just trying to cover the basics here, and I hope that I can kind of have all this stuff in one place for you guys. But anyways, hitting failure. Is it necessary every set? Does it not really matter? Can you stop a few reps short? You get a bunch of different answers about going to failure. I've always, again, been a psycho about it, and I tend to go to the extreme with everything. So almost every set I do, I take to failure, if not beyond. And what I mean by beyond is if it's a single arm movement, like say, for example, I do these tricep push down things with just the cable, and I'll grab, like, you got the ball on the end of the cable. Here's the cable. I'll grab it right there, and I don't even use an attachment. But anyways, I'll go to failure with those on the positive. I always get eccentric, concentric mixed up, so I'm gonna say the positive, right? And then the negative. Pulling, like for this example, going back and then releasing would be the negative. Okay, just so we're clear. You're going to fail on the positive portion before you fail on that negative, because we're stronger on the negative. Okay, so what I'll do is, because it's a single arm movement, I will hit failure on that positive, and once I cannot do the positive anymore, I bring it back and I assist with my other arm. And not a lot. I'm not doing all the work over here, just enough to make it happen, right? Just enough. Finish that positive portion and then release, and slowly let it back, right? Slowly release. And I've found that's going to give you like the craziest pump you've ever had with your triceps. I love doing that. And the thing is it sucks because of that elbow joint. I haven't really been doing it lately, and I feel like my triceps are shrinking because of it. But I'll get them right back up. Stuff like that. You're not actually like shrinking, I guess. At least I don't think you are, because anytime that's happened, I bring whatever movement it was back, and it seems like they bounce right back pretty quickly. So I'm gonna start doing those again as soon as I get those wraps. Like I said, I realized I was talking less and less about the actual lifting and getting into this like psychological mental health stuff, and I'm going to do both. I'm still going to talk about both because I feel like the psychological side is pretty important. But obviously this is a lifting channel, and I can't neglect talking about the lifting itself. But yeah, I just wanted to go into that real quick. It's rest day today, so I've got the time to kind of sit here and talk for a little while. Morning, everybody. Once again, it's a very, very crisp fall morning here at Camp Crystal Gaines. I posted some pictures and reels without a pump, and that's something I wouldn't have done a month ago. So I feel like having this channel and posting me like I am right now without a pump is helping my body dysmorphia quite a bit, or at least the best that it can. And it's the same thing with wearing shirts with sleeves. Like, I used to hardly ever do that, and I definitely wouldn't post myself in just a t-shirt before. It was this mental thing I had. I was like, man, I work so hard to build this muscle, like, I want to show it off. It's goofy, I know, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. This is stuff that, like, I'm sure a lot of people think about and obsess about, and maybe I do more than others because I'm pretty sure I'm neurodivergent, but I do, man. I think about this stuff, and I have this kind of shit in my head all the time. Yeah, man, I'm in my sleeves era, which anyone who knows me is like, what the fuck? Because I don't hardly ever wear sleeves, and that's been the thing since before I even lifted, man. I cut the sleeves off of fucking everything. I don't know why, it's a problem I have, but I'm starting to like how I look in a t-shirt as I fill them out more. But yeah, I think posting myself like this is kind of helping me out a little bit, because I would not have posted reels with me without a full pump. Like, I wouldn't have done that before. Well, I don't take my own advice because I don't compare myself to others. Well, I'm sure I do, but I try not to. I compare myself to myself with a pump. And dude, like, I don't know what it is, like, if it's just my blood or what, but I get insane pumps. I swear I double in size. It does kind of fuck with you, man, like, because then you wake up and you're like this, and your delts aren't out to fucking here anymore, and your arms look a little smaller and all that. Like, it starts to mess with you. And so I think I need to post myself more without a pump for my own mental health. One thing did pop up though, when I was posting the reel, a memory popped up. And I am now bigger without a pump than I was in this memory with a pump. And so that helps a little too, because I've got to remember that a pump is where I will be. I can't beat myself up for not being there yet without a pump. You know what I mean? Like, it'll happen. I'm going to get there. And that's one thing I will give credit to myself for, is if I have a goal and I believe it's obtainable and I want it, I'm going to make it happen. I don't know, man. It's just, I'm probably going to beat this horse to death in a bunch of videos, because I think it's important. We are far too hard on ourselves, and I'm the worst at it. I swear I am. And that's the thing, is I'm sure this probably pisses some people off, because if fat me saw me with this physique without a pump bitching about it, or not, like, being fucking stoked, that would piss me off, because fat me would have fucking killed to look like I do now without a pump. It's all a process, man. Like, this stuff takes time, and we just gotta try to do our best to not get sucked into some of these traps, because it's a dark place, I feel like. I'm meaner to myself than you can possibly imagine. I really am. And that doesn't mean I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm very proud of what I accomplished. But, you know, my head gets stuck in wanting to be in the future, like wanting to be as big as my pump constantly. I don't know, man. It's something I feel like probably a lot of us deal with, that have been lifting for a while and take or post videos or pictures of themselves. I imagine I'm not the only one. And I know this isn't very metal or macho or whatever fucking word you want to use to talk about this shit, but it's the reality of it. And that's one thing I want to do with this channel, is be as real and honest as I possibly can about the things that other people don't really, I mean, I know other people talk about this, but I don't think they harp on it as much as I do. Because I feel it's extremely important that everybody understands that muscle isn't necessarily, we've got it and we're staying here or going up. It can kind of be like this a little bit, you know what I mean? Our weight fluctuates from day to day based on how much water's in us, all that stuff. And I feel like I can look drastically different from one day to the next, or even a couple hours to the next couple hours. But it kind of eats at me, man. But I'm trying to get better about it, and I feel like having the channel, is helping a little bit. I don't know. I kind of go into these long topics, and I'm starting to realize I'm talking about actual lifting less and less, and more about like kind of the psychological aspects of posting your physique online. It seems to be something I focus on quite a bit. I did have somebody say in a comment, hey, you know, don't put too much out there and stay anonymous as long as possible. And that's the goal. It's the only way my neurodivergent brain feels comfortable enough to do this. It's I don't plan on ever putting too much about myself out there, and especially like who I am. I mean, I don't think anybody cares enough right now to look into it, but I'm sure at some point maybe somebody's going to get curious, and if that happens, it happens. But I'm just having fun with this, man, and it's just kind of a way for me to talk to some people and talk about things that I think are important and that I think should be emphasized. I'm in a little bit of a rush right now. I didn't have to get up with the kids this morning, and so I slept in, and it is now 11:33, and I am usually already at the gym by this point, so I'm gonna hurry up, do everything I need to do, and get down there, because I gotta get this lift in before I have to go to work. So that's what's going on. Yeah, we're gonna go hit chest and tries. I'm gonna cut my shoulders back because it's just, I feel like it's too much in the one day for me to do chest and shoulders. So I'm gonna just focus on chest and triceps today. And I feel like my triceps, man, because of that elbow joint, I've been taking it easy. I notice a difference and I don't like it. So I'm going to do some more tricep stuff than I have been the previous week, where I've been really taking it easy. I gotta do some tricep work, man. This is driving me nuts. I feel like my arms lost quite a bit of size. So we're gonna go do that. And it's gonna be a good lift. I hope y'all have a good lift, and I hope if it's a rest day that you have a good rest day. Bye. All right, just finished chest and triceps. I was doing chest and shoulders twice a week. I think I'm going to cut that first chest and shoulder day to just chest and triceps, because I have the tendency to go hard with shoulders every time, no matter what. And I feel like because of that, my chest isn't getting the work that it should. So that first one is just going to be chest and triceps. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully my chest will get some better work in. Yeah, it was a good lift. I got to go get some food, take a shower, get ready for work. I hope all you guys had a good lift, and I hope it's a good rest day if it's a rest day. But yeah, that's what's going on. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.